All right, good morning guys. We are here at the PNW Expo in Redmond, Oregon, here with our friend Kurt Williams, and we're hanging out in the Lexus booth with the GX460, and we wanted to just give you guys a quick walk around of this amazing vehicle and talk about all the awesome features and the way that Lexus has built this thing out. So let's jump right into it.
Yeah, excited to be here and have you guys and share the vehicle with you.
So give us a quick rundown. A lot of people don't know a lot about the 460.
Sure.
It's a very off-road capable vehicle. You know very well the experience this vehicle can deliver. Give us a little insight, Kurt.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is Lexus's first time here at the show at any Overland Expo.
Awesome.
So it's really cool to see all the fanfare and how many people were excited to see Lexus here. And the GX has been a center of that because everybody that knows about Lexus knows the GX is an amazing off-road platform, but a very refined vehicle for a daily driver as well.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people that have come over and said like, okay, cool, I didn't know Lexus had this platform, tell us more about it. And it is such a cool machine. So it's a true four-wheel drive vehicle, low range transfer case. So I mean, it is a great off-road machine, and there's a lot of great aftermarket accessories that can kind of tailor it to your individual wants and needs.
That's awesome. So let's talk about two things. We're standing here talking with the crew here at Lexus and you guys, and the color specifically of this GX. You guys are getting lots of comments on it. What is it?
Nori green, and this is a Blackline Edition GX460. So it is just a really cool color, and it is eye-catching, and it's kind of one of those that, like, you would totally feel comfortable driving to work every day, and it feels sleek, and it's a very pretty car. But also, like, off-road, it's like doesn't collect too much dust, blends. It's a good-looking color just all the way around.
I love it.
I could totally own that color.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm looking at this and I'm like, that is a perfect color. Perfect. So let's talk motor too, because to me that's one of the exciting things about this GX. What kind of motor does it have?
Still get the V8 in the GX460. So
awesome.
The Lexus has always carried that in the GX line, starting with the GX470 and all the way to the current production as this one is. GX460 still has the V8. So for that power, especially as you start to add some of those accessories and add weight, you just don't notice it as much with the V8 because it compensates for that. It's still a very sporty and fun machine to drive.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, and that's one of the things that I love about this vehicle. You get the V8. These have third row too, don't they?
Yep, this has had the third row deleted because we did a full drawer system with the side-out fridge, but absolutely, for those that need that for the passengers, it does come standard with a third row.
So I was thinking about that for my family. We were just talking with the guys here, and I'm thinking, man, be awesome to get the wife one of these.
Yeah.
And with the kids, that third row would be perfect. Have enough room for everybody. So
yeah, 7 people in seat belts. That's out of this vehicle, and you can take those seats in and out pretty easily if you need that room in the back to go do your camping trip, do overlanding, off-road, whatever your activities are on the weekend. Then put the seats right back in.
That's so cool. So let's talk about the build on this vehicle. I mean, this is set up for off-road use. Still get the daily driving convenience and comfort and refinement, but let's talk about the front end here. So we've got our Covert Series bumper on the front.
Absolutely.
And your crew installed all this,
We did,
right?
yeah. We were really excited
did the full
to work
install on it.
A lot of great manufacturers. CBI came through and helped with a lot of stuff, as you'll notice, as you know. So worked with a lot of top tier. Warren Winch in the front, the CBI front bumper, and then working our way through the back. We really worked with a lot of top shelf companies because this is a premium top shelf vehicle, and so it all needed to fit together appropriately.
Yeah, so from an installer's perspective, give us a little idea of what you did to get this CBI bumper on there.
Yeah, you bet. So the factory front bumper and the bumper cover on the front of the GX definitely has a lot less approach angle, which for a daily driver is a total non-issue, and that's what it's designed for like the most percentile. For those that want to take it a little more off-road and have that approach angle and ground clearance, the CBI front bumper really helps with that. It does require trimming the front bumper cover, but it integrates so beautifully. Like, a lot of people have come over and said, like, wow, that looks OE engineered, that it was designed to fit in there, and I would say it is. It's a beautiful setup. Winch access is good through the top, so you can definitely see what's going on with the rope as you wind and work through it. But it is tidy and hunkered in there.
Yeah, so a couple things I'll just point out. These are questions that we get a lot. Is on the Covert bumper, does it have protection on the side? It does. It's very minimal. You do have this protection that comes clear to the wheel well, which I think is a nice feature. The other thing that we always like to mention, this is a new thing for us, as you've probably seen, but our D-rings are now machined. So they'll work with soft shackles.
Right, yeah, get the raised edge on your recovery points.
Yep.
Yeah, so soft shackle capable, can still be used with a traditional screw pin bow shackle or a soft shackle. Really like that. And you're absolutely right, some of the older model stuff was always a sharp edge and wasn't comfortable for that.
Wasn't very
These ones are all set
compatible
up.
for that. So, yeah, I think it gives this thing a great aggressive look and a lot better approach angle and protection. So,
Agreed.
well, let's walk around to the side here. Wheel and tire combo. Let's just talk about that, because this thing, it's got such a unique blend. I mean, you've got the mud terrains, but a very sleek, refined wheel that fits with the vehicle. So,
yeah, this is the OEF Sport wheel, and you know, a lot of times you'd think of kind of their performance wheels wouldn't be the ideal choice for an off-road wheel, but in this case, it not only fits the vehicle really well aesthetically, but it's also a really strong wheel, and you can wrap it with a lot of great rubber packages out there, because there are some of these bigger sizes available on an 18-inch wheel. So this has got the Toyo Open Countries, and it fits it perfectly, and this vehicle will get used. This will be used for media drives and some off-road testing and projects, so we're going to put it to the test. It's a fresh build now, but they absolutely get used. And
I love it. I mean, I think that wheel is perfect. Again, with the type of vehicle and the color and everything. And it's a 275/65/18. So for those of you guys that are wondering, because it's a great fit on here as well.
Yeah, and this has obviously been brought up. It's got the Old Man Emu BP51 suspension with a little bit of like a leveling stance in it to bring the front end up to kind of match the back, including with the additional payload and all the weight that's put on with the drawer system and the armor and the gear.
So you got,
works out really well.
Yeah, give us an idea on the rear. What are you running spring-wise then?
This has got an Old Man Emu spring, and it's about a 2.5 rear, and the front's adjusted. It's an adjustable coilover with the BP51, so closer to 3 on the front.
Okay.
Just give it a little bit more level stance.
It's perfect. It looks great. It looks really awesome. So you can lift these. That's the thing that I think people are going to wonder is, oh, how do I lift? I get a GX460. How do I lift it? What are my options?
A lot of people stopping by saying, like, I didn't know you could like lift these, and like, that may be a myth out there that I don't know about, but yeah, absolutely. You can do everything to these. All the a lot of available suspension components. They share a lot with other platforms such as the 4Runner and the Prado overseas. So absolutely, you can lift them.
Okay, very cool. So let's talk about the roof rack. Got the Prinsu rack up here. Tell us about the loadout and the gear that you guys have up on the roof rack.
So this one was designed to be kind of set up as a camping one solution platform. Sleep a couple people in the rooftop tent. Yakima's been a longtime partner of the Toyota and Lexus brand, so it made sense to have that on there. Got the ALU boxes up on the front for just gear storage. Those are hard mounted. It's a lot of people like to have them come on off, and there are mounts available to do that, but in this case it made sense to hard mount them, because then you can just keep things that you need quick access to that you don't need to ever take off the roof. So it's a great place to put muddy boots or recovery gear. There's a lot of things you can do up there. We've got the ARB treads up on the rack, just so you've got instant access to your recovery devices, and I don't like having to store them in the vehicle, of course, anywhere that a muddy device is going back in, because this is a beautiful interior.
Yeah, you don't want to get it dirty.
So yeah, great setup, and it's got a light bar on the front, and also one snuck in the front bumper there.
That's a good point, because you have the 40-inch rigid up front and a 20
and a 20 down
on the bumper.
So this thing has plenty of off-road lighting, but it's really tied in a stealthy manner, so it's not like over the top.
I like that.
You don't really see it too often, but when you flip them on, you definitely see it.
I like that, because it's really sleek and integrated back into the aesthetics of the vehicle. So, and then sliders here. We got some CBI sliders. Give us a little, again, from the installation side of things, because it takes a little more effort.
It does,
on these.
yeah.
Tell us about the install.
With the rocker panel and the factory running boards, they do have that trim panel down underneath, and if you remove that all the way, you're going to get like the body contours behind there aren't as nice and aesthetic. So CBI has done a nice job of making their slider work with a trimmed factory running board and rocker cover, so it just has a nice sleek look. Notice we do put a nice little gap in there, one so you can clear it out, clean out mud and debris, but also there is some flex of the vehicle body versus the sliders, so you want to make sure that you've got some adequate room in there so you're not starting to rub paint off or pop. What it would do is start popping trim and things if you didn't have adequate clearance. So this works out really well. It's not the first time we've done it, so we know they work. These are new, but we know it won't be a problem.
Yeah, no, they're awesome. I like them. They work well as a step as well.
Absolutely,
plus as a true rock slider.
Yeah, which is massive for getting up to the ALU boxes, having a true step, so you're not trying to do the open the door and climb on the inside.
And all that. That's awesome. Very cool. Well, let's go around to the rear end of the vehicle and tell us what's happening back here. You know, there's a lot going on here, and to me, again, this whole section just proves the versatility of this vehicle.
So obviously this doesn't work if you need that third row, but the third row can come out. This one features a goose gear system, which is a really high level, again, top shelf, makes sense with the Lexus vehicle and the Lexus brand. So this has got a the drawer slide as well as a stove slide underneath. So this comes out and is a one-stop kitchen camping solution. And then a storage drawer on the other side, and absolutely pop it open, full of all the recovery gear.
Oh yeah,
you can kind of.
And look at the size of that drawer.
Good size
I mean, that's
drawer.
a major storage capacity.
Yeah, and organization, having a place for everything, and keeping it in that place. That's massive for your day-to-day living out on the trail and out when you're off-roading, and also just the set it and forget it factor. So you know all that stuff lives in the vehicle. You don't leave it on the shelf at home and forget it, right?
Exactly.
You never have that driving away thinking, man, did I remember to get that? It just has a home and it lives in there.
That's my favorite thing. I know in my own personal vehicle, just having that dedicated storage and always having my gear there, super important. Really quick on this, does the stove slide out further than the fridge, right?
Absolutely.
That's what I was thinking as far as the actual layout there, which is cool. Yeah. Check that out, man.
It's a good setup.
All in the back of your Lexus GX460, which is pretty sweet. So
yeah, it works out really well.
Really quick, I just want to touch on the interior. What has been done, if anything, on the interior of this? And then second question is, what's your favorite part of the interior of the vehicle? Okay.
Well, I would say the driver comfort. These are amazingly comfortable machines to drive, a real premium interior, and the driver experience is nice. You don't get fatigued, very comfortable. As far as the things we've done on the interior, besides the rear fit out, the front got the ARB link system. So all of those lights, the compressor under the hood, even the right down to the temperature of the fridge is all adjustable via the ARB link system that's mounted up there on the dash. And the beauty of that is we avoided the need to add a whole bunch of switches all over the dash, aftermarket switches. Yeah. And most modern vehicles have less and less like aesthetic spots to put aftermarket switches. So that lets us tie it all into the one system, and it has beautiful functionality. The other plus side of that is if this is a daily driver back to hauling around the family, or maybe use it to take clients around for work, you can kind of unplug that, put it in the center console, and you're kind of back to your daily driver mode. You don't have to have all these switches or things you're worried about people flipping on and leaving lights on. It's all just tied into a really tidy system.
And I really like that. You know, again, I'm thinking more and more for my own self. Okay, I'm gonna get one of these for the family, for the wife to drive. It's a really beautiful looking vehicle. She's gonna enjoy driving it, right? But I agree with that. Having that simple feature with all your buttons, it's very clean. I'm looking at the dash right now. It's a very clean, simple dash that it's got a good look to it. It's not cluttered up with all this extra gear.
We did mount a 2-meter radio that's tucked right below the rearview mirror. Again, kind of keeping it stealthy right where you need it, but not like a big on the dash or tying up valuable console space. And that way it still has all its functionality as a comfortable daily driver, but not worried about not being able to communicate on the trail because you have it when you need it.
Exactly. Well, this is an awesome build. I mean, this is one of my favorite GX builds to date. There's a few of them out there now, and people are getting excited about this model. And so we hope you guys enjoy that little walk around. And if you have any questions, comment below. We'll try to answer them, or we'll hit up Kurt and the team at Lexus and get you guys taken care of. But what an awesome platform, and what a beautiful vehicle. I mean, I'd be stoked to drive this thing every day.
Absolutely. Appreciate all your help with it. It turned out really nice.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thanks Kurt. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys soon.